Hey everybody, we are here in the Sierra booth at Comic Con on the show floor where Ghostbusters is playable. I'm actually standing next to Ryan French, who's associate producer on the title. He was about to walk us through what we're seeing. So Ryan, take it away.
All right, well, first of all, the game takes place in 1991, about 3 years after the events of Ghostbusters 2. And it was written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. So it is a true continuation of the original Ghostbusters storyline. And we've got all the original talent involved. All four of the Ghostbusters, Annie Potts, William Atherton, they've all come back to reprise their role, lend their voices and their likenesses.
And so tell us how you take the Ghostbusters franchise and turn it into a game.
Well, we wanted to make a cinematic experience, so one thing you'll notice is that there's no HUD. We wanted you to feel like you were watching a movie, so all the information you need to see is on the proton pack and on your PK meter on your hip. In addition, you play as a fifth Ghostbuster, the rookie, the experimental equipment technician, and he just is kind of a silent observer. He's sent in first with all the new gadgets and equipment types, and the other Ghostbusters come in second to mop up. So you're kind of the expendable greenhorn, meat shield, whatever you want to call it. So for example, right now they've sent you to look for this ghost. So you're hunting down this ghost whose name is Cruster, and you're in the library, and this is the third mission of the game. So you've already had all your tutorial stuff, and you're just right in the thick of the hunt. So we used the PKE meter there a moment ago, that's helping lead us to where the ghost is.
Up here.
So there we've got Ray and Egon, and so they're covering you, but you're still down here in the arena by yourself.
No direct source.
So there's an element of anticipation here, knowing that something is coming. What'll it be? Uh-oh. The tables are going crazy. There's the ghost. And there is a golem. He's made out of physics objects directly out of the environment. Those are real books that were on the tables that have formed into a creature. And this is made possible by Terminal Reality's proprietary engine, the Infernal engine. And all this physics stuff is handled by the physics portion, which is called velocity. So this golem could have formed himself out of any type of stuff in the environment he wants. You'll also notice that the environment's really destructible. Just about everything can be broken apart. And you'll notice that there's a meter at the top of the screen for money being spent on destroying stuff. And you're also going to see here as he takes the head off this golem with the capture beam, he just earned money for destroying that ghost. So the money you earn, you're able to spend on upgrades to your equipment. But the money that you're docked for destroying stuff, that bill goes to Walter Peck and the EPA, because they're now backing your guys' forays in through the city.
Now, when you're talking about your equipment, it looks like you guys are hitting on all the classic stuff from the movies. Do you want to tell us how they're going to work out? And they've had to be upgraded, right? I mean, it's been a while since the last one.
Oh, exactly. Well, it's 3 years later, and Egon is just as brilliant as he was before. So he's got a lot of equipment that's coming to fruition. At least the test versions of all these new gadgets are ready for you to use. So you're going to get the dark matter generator, which includes a freeze beam and a shock blast. The slime blower, which includes the slime stream you saw before and the slime tether. And then the Meson Collider, which has kind of a sniper rifle and almost a rocket launcher and an EMP.
You got something?
And so you get all these things at different points in the story when they're relevant to get them. But then you can upgrade each at your liking and at your leisure with the money you earn.
And then the gameplay seems to be a mix of hunting ghosts, using your PKE meter, and then sort of dealing with the threats. Can you explain to us how that's going to work when you've got all your like extra friends along with you?
Well, we want something fun, funny, or scary to happen every 15 feet. That's the mantra that we went through. So either the Ghostbusters are joking back and forth with each other, or you're hunting a ghost, or there's a ghost jumping out at you, or there's a collectible to be found hidden that's invisible unless you have the pair goggles up. We just want you to be led through the environments in a very interactive and interesting way. So there's always something to be seen and done. Whether and you don't know what's coming around the corner, a joke or a scare moment.
Now, as far as this level's concerned, can you let us know where we are in the game and what's going on?
Yeah, this is about the third level. And after you catch Slimer, you go back to the Sedgwick to catch Slimer in the first level, and after that you kind of learn about this new threat that's appeared back in the city. And so you are looking for the Gozer Codex, which is a book that's stashed way deep in the bowels of the library. And so it just so happens that the ghost of Eleanor Twitty, which was the first ghost the Ghostbusters ever saw, whom they ran away from as opposed to catching, is still here, still haunting the same library. So as you're looking for the Gozer Codex, you realize that she may well be hiding it and protecting it. So you're going to have to come face to face with her in order to get the information you need regarding this new threat to the city.
Now, we just saw a cute and cuddly Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. What was that?
That was it. Well, first of all, the art there was just placeholder. Those pickups like that are going to be around the world, 3 or 4 in each level. And when the PKE meter flashes blue, that's how you know one of these hidden pickups is around. So you have to pull out your PK meter, pull down your paragoggles, and search it out, because you can only see it with the paragoggles. All these things that you collect show up at the fire station on a shelf. The fire station is the hub that you go back to between missions. So you're going to be able to check through all these things, and there's going to be backstory on each, and there may even be clues as to the story that you find. In addition to that mechanic, each ghost that you scan is also able to be researched in the PKE meters online Tobin Spirit Guide. So you're going to be able to pause the game, look at the Tobin Spirit Guide, and find the strengths, weaknesses, and backstory of every single ghost that you're able to scan. And so the scanning ghosts and picking up objects, even saving innocents that are being terrorized by ghosts, all of these things will count towards achievements on Xbox Live and trophies on PSN.
Our containment facility.
All right, so, you know, the Ghostbusters has always been a team which seems to beg for multiplayer. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you're going to have different versions of multiplayer on the different SKUs of the game. This version of the game is for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3, done by Terminal Reality. So you're going to be able to play Xbox Live or PlayStation Network 4-on-4 over the network with your friends, competitive co-op, which means you work together but compete for points. And then on the Wii and the PS2, which is done by Redfly, you can do split-screen co-op throughout the entire campaign. And on those versions, you can also choose whether to be a female rookie or a male rookie. And then there's a third SKU for the Nintendo DS, which is completely different from the other two.
All right. Well, that seems like a perfect time to wrap things up. So when is the game coming out and what platforms?
It's coming out this fall for virtually everything. 360, PS3, PC, Nintendo Wii, PS2, and Nintendo DS.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. French. There you go. That is your first guided tour of Ghostbusters from the Comic Con show floor. Check back for more soon.